If you care what it looks like, you might always wait and never ever take a step. If it has to be perfect before you try, you may suffocate behind all the false lies that say good has to look like this in order to show up, or creativity needs to look like this in order to be of substance. The other day I was walking around carrying my phone and speaking out loud, because it's what I do when I'm recording thoughts. It's how I poem, spontaneous inspiration. And someone called out really angrily, "That phone owns you," she yelled at me. And it hurt, and it was shocking, and it was unexpected. And I found myself wishing our conversation had begun a gentler way, like perhaps asking me, "What are you doing each day when you walk by my house with that phone? What are you doing when you talk to the air holding that object in front of you?" But she didn't say that to my face. She just yelled out, "That phone owns you," and was quite content leaving it there that day. And in that split second of being accused, I had to ask myself, "Tree, choose." I guess I should say I had to tell myself, "Tree, choose." Because in that moment of feeling attacked, I could let it go, or I could strive to make amends. Because clearly there's a thought out there that is accusing what it doesn't understand when it stares. So I decided to take that more challenging road and actually try to engage with her and talk with her further. The thing is, she's brilliant in many ways. And so I thought maybe one tactic could be to point out a strength of hers that day. And so I complimented immediately something that's inspiring. I took the conversation completely off me and everything she was criticizing. And I said to her, "You know, I am always so impressed by the flowers on your lawn and how they look their best." And she, of course, does what she tends to do when someone compliments her flowers too. And she finds something negative to say, as if a compliment can't just be where the conversation stays. But I had a purpose, and it was this. I wanted to bridge from the flowers to what she sees when I'm doing this, holding a phone in front of my face, talking into it like I do each day. Sometimes I write on it, sometimes I text. I'm always creating. I'm not engaging with another person when she sees me using this. So I took another leap of courage and I said, when I'm holding out my phone, I'm kind of gardening with words instead. I'm planting seeds that I go home and listen to, and I might write about them further, and I might do something more too. And she didn't really know what to do with it then, because see, I had done more than just launch out an attack. I was trying to engage and enlighten and lift it up. And I'm not poeming here to kind of build myself up. Rather, am I offering what we can do when we feel so hurt and stuck in someone's accusation that is so wrong? We can choose to offer from our heart what's been true all along. And they might not hear it. In fact, they often don't stay to listen. But you can keep trying, because you know in your heart you're advocating. And that's truly the best there is. When you stand for your truth and when you share it with love, not with anger, not with accusation, not with "I'm better than you," all that ego stuff, then there's a moment and an opportunity for the one who is scared, the one who is accusing, to ask themselves, you know, do I want more? Do I want to take another further step with this conversation and where it's at? In this case, no, she was quite content to get into her car, and she drove off and went about the rest of her day. But it's quite odd for me for someone to yell out a criticism. In fact, I've never done that. So I don't have that ability in me to find what's wrong or what scares me. Rather, am I always walking around embracing the good that I see? But see, I'm intending for that to be the lens that I look through. But that's me. So what can you do with this message today? Well, if someone has launched a criticism your way, and you know it's not true, and you know it's not your motive, well, you can hug up your heart and just keep on right where with what you're doing. Words don't have to sting, especially another's fear. But often what I find what's behind every criticism is a thought that feels like it's scared. And so, yeah, I tend to take that let's unpack this fear road. I try to help that one criticizing see why there's nothing to be feared, you know? Here's to being your unique you. Here's to loving yourself so much that you want to. Here's to keeping on, thought by thought. Big hug from Tree on this beautiful Saturday. Till soon. Saturday satisfied.